Hey, welcome everybody. We are here at the Multnomah Athletic Club in Portland, Oregon for the 2023 High School National Championships. We've got our second semifinal in the boys 1 golds going on. We've got Benjamin Horner from Des Moines, Iowa against Preston Anderson from Salem, Oregon from Sprague High School. Oops. I'm Brian Enchetta, and I've got Rory Lampy with me here for a coach from Sprague. It's a former junior, or maybe he's got one more year left of juniors in it.
I've got 2 more years left of juniors, technically.
Seems like you've been playing forever.
Yeah. That was a good ride to start the match. Hopefully we can get a couple more of those. Keep them going.
I just think the key to this match is Preston's going to have to serve like he served yesterday.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how Ben attacks the lefty, because usually you want to play the glass wall, but the glass wall is his forehand side. So it'll be interesting to see if he favors the glass wall more than favoring the backhand to him.
Nice pass. Well, that's how you do it right there. We talked about it earlier, down the lines.
Really clean line there by Ben. You can't really do much about that as Preston. Interesting to see how Ben is changing up the way he hits that shot, because that one he didn't take a step. He just did like a 1-step instead of a shuffle, which he had been doing before to hit the down the line.
Good shot.
Good shot by Preston there with his hands.
And Preston should use the glass with that left, being a lefty, kind of hit that Z, jam it into that glass hole.
Yeah, I was hitting lobs to Cody earlier so he could practice on the glass, and he was struggling a lot with it as soon as I could get it to wallpaper in pretty well, because I'm a lefty too, so I have that straight in. Pretty well there. I also think a defining feature of this match will be how Preston rises to the occasion, because Ben has been in these situations before, being on Junior Worlds, doing very well in his junior career so far, and this is Preston's first time in a really high-level situation. So I'm interested to see if he can rise to the occasion and play up there. Or
no, that's a great point, because this is the big stage. I mean, this is a big match for Preston.
That should just be a replay there.
Preston's only a junior, so he's got another year left.
Yeah, and Preston's only been playing since his freshman year, so for him to be at this level already after only about 2.5–3 years of playing has been really incredible to watch, and he's gotten very better in the last year especially.
He just can't afford to give those points away, those easy skips from the backcourt. It's just going to kill him in the long run. Against a good player.
Yes, I agree, and I think I have this situation.
Whew. It's tough.
I thought that was short, but it's tough. Good time out here by Preston. Try and stop his serves, and we will be right back after these commercials.
We're back in action here. After that timeout, Ben's up 5-0. So we have 230 kids playing this weekend here at the tournament. All levels of play. It's a team concept, which is really fantastic. I just say that.
Yeah, every kid is able to score points for the team, so they can feel like they helped, even if they didn't necessarily play their best. They could still help the team win that national tournament.
Absolutely. If you're a white 6, you get points for your team, and that's what it's all about.
Get the serve down. Let's go, bud.
It does feel like in this match so far, Ben has been giving Preston opportunities, so I'll be interested to see if Preston is able. Wow. I say that and I jinx it as he just hits an ace right there, but
perfect.
It will be interesting to see if Preston is able to capitalize more on opportunities Ben gives him in the next couple points.
5 hours notice.
Good reset by Ben.
Kind of seeing the same thing that we saw in the first game what DJ did too. Is Ben's feeling real comfortable right now in the service box.
I think it would be a good time for Preston to start raising his racket when Ben's down before he looks back to try and interrupt that flow state that Ben's kind of in right now with his serve. That should just be a replay. Ball was too far away before he was never set up for it.
Yep.
So I agree with that call. Ben really seems to be serving to Preston's forehand set here. I wonder if he feels like he can exploit that glass wall. Maybe he's just more comfortable serving to that side. So I'm interested to see if he mixes it up or if he's just going to keep doing that as long as he's serving as well as he is.
Ooh, went for that splat there.
Good reset by Preston. With that corner, that splat's really the only thing you've got because that's the only comfortable thing. You don't have to worry about the sidewall if you're just hitting it straight into it. So I understand why he felt compelled to hit that shot.
Yeah, Preston has to get some serves going to get back in this. Put some pressure on Ben a little bit.
Little loose there by Ben on that return. Give Preston a chance. Nice shot there by Preston adjusting his hands. Even though he was not quite on position, he was able to get his hands inside of it to get that pinch. As a lefty, one thing I really like to do on this court is that glass panel can create some weird bounces on a drive serve. So I think if you can hit drive serves as a lefty into that to shoot it off, you can get it harder serves. You can get weird spin off of it, and I think that's a great thing to exploit as a lefty on this court. It's also a great thing.
That bounce.
That was
good job, bud. Let's go.
That was unlucky there.
W. Nice footwork!
I think both players are kind of overhitting a little bit here. I think I would really like to see either, well, Ben especially, while he's controlling the rally, to maybe slow it down a little bit, because even though he rolled it out there, that ball was that's a beautiful serve by Ben there. There's nothing you can do there for Preston, but back to what I was saying, that shot he hit prior, even though it rolled out then, it wasn't, if it didn't roll out, it's right to Preston's forehand. Tough bounce there out of that corner. Didn't really know where it was going.
What happens when a player gets frustrated and he's not like Preston, he tries to overhit, and it usually backfires and sets up the play.
I was like that for a long time until I got that in my brain about trying to settle down and just hit the shot.
Can't miss the easy ones.
Out and around, let's go!
I think one thing that's great to take from the pros on those touch shots is they keep the racket parallel to the floor, even if they're touch shot and their racket is parallel to the floor rather than just being perpendicular to the floor like Preston was there, and that way you can still use your wrist to kind of push it and not push it straight into the ground. Good shot there by Ben. That's a very good shot by Ben, very smart on the line to a very good line into the glass wall. That was short. Ref said he thought it was good. I personally don't agree with that call.
Fortunately, we do not have line judges for this match, so we have to go with the ref's call.
Players are allowed to request them if they really don't like it, but if they request it, it's going to worry about it too much. Tough serve, they're on the glass.
Push through, let's go.
there's your first game. We'll be back in around 2 minutes after these commercials.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. It's game 2 here.
My fart gets back out there again.
I'm interested to see what adjustments Preston will make here, because the onus is on him to make adjustments. Ben got that first game pretty easily, so Ben should just come out and do what he was doing. Tough serve there.
Ben's serving well and he's moving well.
He's mixing it up well too. Like he wasn't hitting these in the first game, and now. Big opportunity here for Preston.
Nice shooting from your knees. Go.
As tall as Ben is, and he gets down low like that, that's probably why he wears those knee pads like Erica Menez. He gets down, rips a shot.
Ben has definitely been giving chances, so I think his lines have not been super clean this game so far, so if Preston can figure out a way to get on top of that and capitalize against those lines, and these shooting balls that he's not hitting great, then I think Preston still has a chance. Great gets by Ben.
Go get the ball past. Let's go.
Great
Nice shot
rally
by
there.
Preston.
Great gets by Ben, and Preston stayed in it and got the,
One thing I liked about
Got the side
Preston
out.
there is Preston never tried to shoot lower. He kept the ball at a height that wasn't in danger of skipping. Where when a guy is getting those shots after shot, you have the tendency to want to just go lower and lower and lower until
And
you
you end
can't
up
get it,
skipping.
and then you end up skipping it. So I did like Preston there.
tough
Good
serve.
crack ace.
he called short.
I think so. It's unfortunate for Preston, but let's see how he can recover here. And
I think everybody saw it good in the building, but the ref. But we're not the ref, right? That's tough.
good line.
Hey, take it off. Let's get that. Here we go. I know.
We did want to mention that we were just talking about junior nationals this year in Pleasanton, California, and June 21 through 25 for all levels. I want to make sure I reiterate that at all levels of play. And it's age division. It's 12 and under, 14 under, 16 under, 18 under, and 21 and under now, which is a new age division, which is exciting.
And added last year, mixed doubles now qualifies for Worlds as well. So you can come and play 3 events and not be worried that one of them is a waste to not qualify. If you are a potential person who wants to try and qualify for Team USA.
And if you want to improve your game, you're a high school player, you want to improve, that's the kind of tournaments you got to go to. More court time.
Yep, well, and that tournament runs the same way as this one in an Olympic-style format, where if you lose your first match, you drop down to a bracket where everybody who lost their first match. So hopefully then you're playing people that were more around your skill level so that you
Get some
don't
competitive
you don't get
games.
absolutely destroyed in 3 straight games and you feel terrible about yourself. You will get competitive matches, even if you're not as good and your first match is not seeded against someone who's quite a bit better than you. You can still have a chance to get in good matches against people around your skill level, which I think is really important to make you feel better about your game and not demoralize you about it.
Absolutely. You're guaranteed 3 matches when you go to this.
Nick lob by Ben. Good one.
It's kind of a weird bounce.
Preston didn't really hit that flush on his rack. He hit it in a weird spot, and I think it just kind of surprised Ben before that ball went. See if Preston can get one here. Trying to get momentum a little bit on his side.
Yeah, Preston really hasn't found his groove in the service box yet.
Ben's
But
gonna
big
go.
reason.
Yeah, Ben's gonna looks like he's gonna cut this. I love that forehand cut of a log Z. Running.
There's a crack. There's a crack.
That was a good shot. Good wide angle there. Ben was back far enough to be able to get it, but just a good crack there by Preston. Ben got his racket on and almost
Maybe
got
that's
it.
what Preston needs to get going here. Just get a lucky crack there, get a good shot. It's tight.
As a diver myself, I would have loved to see Preston dive for that because I think he could have had a chance on it.
Pretty good shot.
It was a very good shot. It was very tough. Good get there by Preston on a shot on the back wall.
Jeez. Bury that in the corner. Good night.
I love how Ben Demon tried to hide it. He turned his shoulders like that's where he was hitting it. Just hit it so well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so now he's hitting that Z to his forehand and it's just sticking on that glass.
Yeah. Timeout here by Preston. We'll be back right after these commercials.
All right, we're back here, guys, at Multnomah Athletic for the 2023 High School National Championships. This is our second semifinal for the boys' goal ones. Ben Horner versus Preston Amp. Ben won the first game and is in control of the second game.
Ben is really hitting these Z's well. Now, although Ben is hitting these Z's really well, one thing is, if I was a coach that I would love to see him do is if he starts in front of the second line on his movement, that would give him the ability to serve behind him too. So it just gives him an extra opportunity. So it's just that little bit of moving his feet over would open up this extra serve behind him that I think, maybe not in this match because the Z is working so well, but in future matches could give him a really good mix-up. Good line there by Preston.
It's just too tough.
That's really tough shot
Ben's
there
got
by
great
Ben.
court coverage for a big, tall guy.
Ben moves it really well. He's one of those pesky guys where you never feel like you can put him away no matter how low you hit that ball.
Tough serve, tough serve.
Ben moving over here, let's see what he mixes it up with.
Jeez.
Tough.
Yeah, we talk all the time about serving so important to the game.
As a powerful server myself, serve just completely builds your rallies in your game. If you are serving well, you can just play those 3-shot rallies, serve, bad return, kill, and it makes racquetball really simple. Not have these big long rallies.
That's what Ben's doing right now.
Also, serving's the only time you have the ball in your hand, so that's when you have complete control over what shot you want to have and how you want to hit it. So it's one of the most important pieces to practice, because if you practice it well, you should be able to do it the same way every time.
He knows. Otherwise, thank you. Just check.
Skip there by Ben. A little bit loose there on that rally.
You almost couldn't believe he skipped that
Yeah.
because it was so open.
Looked like he kind of checked out on that shot. He felt like it was so easy.
See, that was a decent serve, and he got the shot he wanted, just didn't finish.
Good touch there by Ben to end the match.
It's going to be a great final tomorrow, DJ versus Ben. Thanks, Rory.
Yeah,
It's fun. We'll see you guys a little bit later for the women's semis. Thanks, JT, RB, for getting this streaming going.